Hello, Blake Bruning here from Trinity Whip Company. Today we're going to be talking about how to defend yourself with a whip and what targets we're going to hit with. Now I got my partner here geared up with a nice leather coat and some boxing gloves that can take a hit in the face shield. There's a little bit of an exposed neck, so he's going to try to lower his head just in case it whips by. And right now this interactive target's not going to move too much. We're just going to assign values. Now we talked about the Filipino Kali art where they use a lot of sticks or knives. And it's a very conceptual art, the way they have a certain long range method, medium range, close range, and all the tools flow from that. Now, what we're going to talk about, first of all, we're going to talk about the long range method in a conceptual way, and this is usually called hit the hand or defending the snake. But say this is his weapon's maximum reach. Long range is this: I'm out of distance from him being able to hit me, but I can hit his hand, thus making him drop the stick. The next range is a medium range where I could still hit his hand, but I can get hit. So that's where the other hand comes in for hitting and hooking or whatever else you want to do with it to keep yourself safe while you continue. And close range, you can't really do much with the stick, but you've got this for hitting and hooking and grabbing. So we're going to put the sticks down for the moment. And we'll get the whip out in a second. We're just going to pull a knife out today for it. Now, with the knife, like I said, the long range is the important one. We're just trying to hit the hand. He can't reach out and stab me, but he can hit the hand. So if he was to come, go ahead and swing at me. If he was to swing at me, go ahead and go faster. I'd want to definitely hit the hand, and he'd hopefully have lost it by then. Don't drop it. And then that's where I would finish him up with whatever I wanted to finish with. So with the whip, we're going to take that concept here, and he's just going to hold his hand out for a moment. And I would say if you could just have a stationary target, like at home. It doesn't have to be a guy with a glove. But we're going to work on those cracks where I talked about the cattleman's and the underhand flick. We talked about the overhead and the reverse overhead, and we talked a little bit about the breakaway. So what we're going to work on here is just using those individual routines to hit the hand twice, thus long range hit the hand. Ready? So keep the hand up while I hit it this time. Again, ready? Now I have a low ceiling, so it's kind of hard to get those off roll. Now we're going to do the overhand. Reverse overhand. All right, hand all right, glove holding up, okay. And now we're going to do the breakaway on it. Ready? So, all right. So those are the main three combos I talked, and I'm just assigning the same value of trying to crack everything. Now, what we're going to do next is we're going to, after I hit his hand on the first one, he's just going to drop the hand down. So see, I hit it, he drops it, and then I'm just going to immediately go to the face. And we're going to use the same combinations, all right? So the first one is the cattleman's to the underhand flick. All right? Now, as I said before, we don't have to make these crack to hit, and I'm trying to hold back the power of the torque of my heads because it's just, even though we got gear, we need to be cautious. But we don't have to actually go to hold up. I don't have to make it hit, crack. I'm barely swinging this, but if I swung it really hard, it would still do the damage. So whether you get it to crack on or not, it's not going to stop the effectiveness. So once again, we're going to do the cattleman's, the underhand flick. I kind of want to go that up. I don't want to hit him under the face. All right, now we're going to do the opposite. I'm going to do the underhand flick to the cattleman's, kind of slowing that up. Now we're going to move on to the overhand, to the reverse. Overhand, reverse overhand, and now the reverse overhand. Ready, hold on. My bad, ready again. Yeah. Trying to kind of miss his neck there on that one. I'll stand still too. Whoops, one more time. All right, and now we're going to go into the breakaway. So the breakaway. All right, and I like this one a lot because it brings it around really quick and sees her come down and then flick it back up in the face. So these are taken from our first video, how to defend yourself with a knife, the basic combos. But what I'm not doing right now, which would be a good next step, is to learn to move these combinations around, and while you're doing it, try to just flick one out into the hand. So while I'm maybe, let's go back a little bit, go and go to the walls. We got a short. So while I'm around here going, keep it up, just keep it up. And then try to go from the hand to the face. So let's try again. So get used to maneuvering it. So while you're trying to get these combos going, keep it up. Just go into one of them. So maybe we're keeping them back with these. Then I break away. Like I said, we're hitting the ceiling. Can't really do this indoors very well, some of these moves, but you can still make it work. So again, we took this whip for self-defense. We already showed earlier videos how to do these cracks to keep them at bay. And not only now we're just talking about, let's just focus on the hands. Now let's focus on the face. After we hit the hands, we also just talked about keeping it alive and then choosing when to strike at it. Now, I really want to use a whip against an unarmed man, but the concept would still hold. If I needed to grab a weapon to protect myself, we've talked about determinations in earlier videos. Like first of all, I have to have this in hand. Second of all, if I had a family with me, I would probably grab anything I had to protect them, because even if I feel confident I could handle him, if I go down, my kids are in trouble. So I would grab whatever, and we'd still keep the hit the head concept, even though he's unarmed. So you can hold his hands up real quick. So once again, you could try to hit both hands, or just focus on one hand until you hit the head. But you're going to constantly just do the same concept, hand then head, hand then head. Now right now we're not adding movement. We don't have much space in here. Just want to give you assigned values to what you're hitting. I hope this is instructive to you. Please wear a lot of good gear. I recommend, if you haven't had a lot of whip training, definitely don't use a partner for a while. Definitely get the gear before you use a partner. And you can just practice on leaves on trees, or get a post with some little zip ties on it or something that you can just flick up and down to get used to hitting your target. But you definitely want to be a little bit more adept in targeting before you hit a person even wearing gear. My name is Blake Bruning, Trinity Whip Company. Thank you for watching this video. God bless.